Caught my wife with my aunt, then the house blew up. The smoky aroma of ribs sizzling on the grill drifted through the open windows as I pushed open the creaky screen door into our kitchen, the hum of the family barbecue buzzing in the backyard like a summer soundtrack. It was a sweltering July afternoon, the kind where the air sticks to your skin and the cold beer in your hand sweats faster than you can drink it. I just stepped inside to grab another tray of burger patties from the fridge, my flip-flops slapping against the tile when I caught something that turned my stomach inside out. My wife, Lena, had been jittery all day, fidgeting with her phone, dodging my questions with that tight, fake smile she pulls when she's up to no good. I chalked it up to hosting stress, but what I saw in that kitchen ripped my world apart. I swing the door wide, and there she is, my drop-dead gorgeous wife, Lena, with her fiery red hair cascading down her back, curves that could stop a train, locked in a steamy, desperate embrace with my Aunt Sue. Yeah, Sue, my mom's 52-year-old sister, her bleach blonde bob pressed close, hands gripping Lena's hips like she owns her, their lips smashed together in a hungry, reckless kiss right there on our granite countertop. The bowl of potato salad shoved aside like an afterthought. The tray in my hands slips, crashing to the floor with a loud smack, burgers tumbling across the tile like greasy casualties. They spring apart, gasping like they've been caught robbing a bank. Lena's green eyes blow wide, her lip gloss smeared across her chin in a glossy smear, panic flashing across her face like a cornered animal. Aunt Sue adjusts her tacky floral sundress, smirking like she's just pulled off the heist of the century, her gold bracelets jangling. Babe, wait, it's not what you think. Lena stammers, her voice cracking as she stumbles toward me over the spilled meat, hands up like she's surrendering. I'm frozen, breath stuck in my throat, the chatter of cousins and uncles drifting in from outside like a cruel joke. Then the rage hits, hot, fast, roaring through me like a wildfire. My wife and my aunt? At our own barbecue? My head's a mess, spinning with shock and disgust, and all I can think is what kind of twisted double-crossing chaos just crashed into my life. Let's rewind a few months, cause looking back, the red flags were flashing like neon signs, and I was too blinded by Lena's shine to see them for what they were. She's always been a stunner, red hair that catches the sun like a torch, a laugh that hooks you deep, the kind of woman who owns a room, whether it's a dive bar with sticky tables or a rooftop lounge with overpriced drinks and city lights. We met 4 years ago at a local tech meetup downtown. She was pitching some crypto startup, all charm and hustle, working the crowd like a pro with those big green eyes and a smile that could sell sand in a desert. I was just a grease-stained mechanic turned small-time investor, dabbling in Bitcoin from my shop, trying to scrape together a better life. The vibe was instant, electric, her brushing my arm at the bar, me fumbling my words like a kid. We tied the knot a year later in a backyard ceremony under string lights, fast, sure, but I was head over heels, drunk on her fire and her promises of us against the world. Lately, though, she'd been obsessed with building our future, dragging me into these sketchy investment gigs, high-yield crypto pools with names I couldn't pronounce, guaranteed returns she swore were foolproof. She'd roll in late from meetings, her hair mussed, smelling like lavender lotion and vague excuses, just trust me, hon, it's big, she'd say, flashing the grin that used to melt me. I'd push for details and she'd dodge, saying I wouldn't get the tech stuff. Then there's Aunt Sue, Mom's loudmouth sister, popping by more often, claiming she's bored since her messy divorce from Uncle Ray 2 years back left her with a condo and a chip on her shoulder. I thought it was cool, her and Lena hitting it off, girls' nights at the karaoke joint on 5th Street, long chats over iced tea on our sagging porch swing, the two of them thick as thieves. I'd catch them huddled in the living room, whispering over Lena's laptop, giggling about the plan, their voices dropping when I'd walk in with a beer. I'd shrug it off, thinking they were plotting some birthday surprise or just gossiping about family drama. Now it's painfully clear, they weren't bonding, they were scheming, building something dirty behind my back. Sue's new gold bracelets that clinked when she waved her hands, Lena's upgraded wardrobe, silk blouses, designer shades, she'd wave it off as side hustles or bonuses, and I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. That barbecue day with the family laughing outside, the truth hit me like a freight train, and I felt like the biggest chump alive, played by the 2 women I'd have bet my last dime on. I'm roaring now, my voice raw and jagged, bouncing off the kitchen cabinets like a gunshot in a canyon. What the hell is this, Lena? My aunt? Are you freaking kidding me right now? She's scrambling, words tumbling out in a frantic mess. It's not what you think, just listen, please. Her hands trembling as she grabs for my arm, tears welling up in those green eyes I used to drown in, mascara streaking black down her cheeks like war paint. Her voice is shaky, desperate, but I barely hear it over the pounding in my skull. Then I catch it, a low, raspy chuckle from the pantry door behind her, casual and out of place. My head whips around, eyes narrowing, and there's Uncle Ray, Sue's ex, my balding, pot-bellied uncle leaning against the frame, a smirk curling under his graying mustache, sipping a Bud Light like he's watching a sitcom unfold. "Well, damn kid," he says, his tone lazy like he's commenting on the score of a ballgame. "You weren't supposed to walk in on this little show." My brain locks up, gears grinding to a halt, a flood of memories crashing in, a Ray walking out on Sue, leaving her ranting at Thanksgiving dinners, me swearing I'd never trust a guy like him again. Ray? The guy who ditched her and moved to Reno with some barmaid? He's in on this? Lena's face drains white, her breath hitching like she's about to shatter, a sob catching in her throat as she chokes out, "I didn't want you to find out like this, I swear." Sue steps up, all business, brushing crumbs off her floral dress like this is just another day at the office, her voice cool and clipped. "We're running a 3 mil Ponzi scheme, Han," she says, pulling a flash drive from her purse and twirling it between her fingers like a party trick, its silver casing glinting under the kitchen lights. "Crypto payouts, fake returns, your uncle's the silent partner bankrolling the whole thing from the shadows." My stomach plummets, a cold sweat breaking out on my neck as the pieces snap into place. My wife's not just cheating with my aunt, they're scamming suckers out of millions, with Ray pulling the strings like some sleazy puppet master. The betrayal's a brick to the skull, raw and unrelenting, splintering everything I thought I knew about my life. I'm trembling, fists balled so tight my knuckles ache, staring at this trio of liars, Lena's panicked eyes darting, Sue's cool grin unwavering, Ray's smug shrug mocking me while the grill smoke drifts in through the screen door, the family outside laughing and clinking bottles. Completely clueless. I built this home, this marriage, poured my sweat into it, and they've turned it into their personal con game. I snap, instinct takes over, rage driving me like a runaway truck with no brakes. The stove's right there, a shiny stainless beast we splurged on last year, its gas line humming faintly behind it, a lifeline begging to be severed. I lunge past Lena, shoving her aside as she shrieks, "No, stop, what are you doing?" her voice high and piercing, her hands clawing at my shirt to pull me back. I shake her off, my shoulder slamming into the fridge as I grab a butcher knife from the wooden block on the counter, its blade glinting under the overhead lights. I jam it into the gas line, twisting hard, metal screeches against metal, and a sharp, hissing rush fills the air as gas pours out, heavy and choking, the chemical stink burning my nose and stinging my eyes like acid. Sue charges me, screaming, "You idiot, you'll kill us all," her nails digging into my arm, drawing red lines across my skin, but I elbow her back hard. She stumbles, crashing into the kitchen island, knocking over a stack of ceramic plates that shatter across the tile in a jagged, ear-splitting mess, shards skittering under the table. Ray's yelling from the pantry, "Get out, now, move it," as he bolts for the back door, his beer sloshing over the rim, his flip-flops slapping the floor in a frantic retreat. I snatch a lighter from the junk drawer, a cheap Bic, scratched and faded, but it flickers to life on the first try, a tiny orange flame dancing in my shaking hand. I toss it toward the pooling gas, the flame catching with a low, ominous hump that grows into a roar. The kitchen ignites, flames race up the floral curtains Lena picked out last spring, licking the ceiling, heat blasting my face like I've opened an oven on full blast, the air thick with the bitter tang of burning fabric and gas. I dive for the hallway as the fire spreads, clawing at the walls, but the gas line ruptures further, boom, the whole house shakes, a deafening blast ripping through the structure, windows shattering outward in a spray of glass that glints in the sunlight like deadly confetti. Debris flies, splintered wood from the cabinets, a busted chair from the dining set, shards of our framed wedding photo that once hung above the sink, burying me as I hit the floor hard, rolling under the collapsing living room archway, ears ringing. Smoke choking my lungs until I can barely breathe. I think they're trapped, gone in the inferno, their scam swallowed by the chaos I unleashed. But then I hear it through the crackling flames, Lena's coughing, ragged and desperate, Sue's cursing like a sailor, Ray's barking orders like he's still in charge. They're alive, scrambling out the back door, their silhouettes flickering through the smoke as they flee, leaving me pinned in the wreckage of our life, the barbecue crowd outside screaming and running as the flames roar higher, devouring everything I built. I'm clawing through the rubble now, the living room a smoldering skeleton of what it used to be, the couch a charred husk, the flat-screen TV melted into a puddle of plastic, family photos curling and blackening in the heat like memories erased. My phone's buzzing under a chunk of drywall near the fireplace, Lena's name flashing on the cracked screen, over and over, but I kick it away with a grunt, the glass shattering against the stone hearth, silencing her for good. They've got their $3 million Ponzi scheme, locked away in that flash drive, Sue waved like a trophy, and I've got nothing but cuts on my hands, ash coating my throat, and a fury that's eating me alive from the inside out. Sirens wail in the distance, growing louder, neighbors shouting and crying beyond the broken walls, but I hear them through the chaos. Lena's sobbing, he's still in there, oh God. Her voice breaking into pieces, Sue snapping back, we've got to go now before the cops show. And Ray growling low, he knows too much, we can't leave him breathing. They're fleeing, their footsteps fading into the crackle of the fire, but I caught a glimpse of that flash drive's label when Sue pulled it out, Ponzi_key_3M, and I know it's got their account codes, their whole scam laid bare. I could crawl out of this mess, drag myself to my shop 2 blocks away, fire up my laptop, plug in those codes and drain every cent they've got, $3 million siphoned off in minutes, leaving them broke and scrambling while I disappear with the cash. But the fire's closing in, beams groaning overhead like they're about to snap, and I'm pinned under a slab of ceiling plaster, my leg throbbing under the weight, pinned so tight I can feel the bruise blooming. Smoke's thick, choking, curling into my lungs with every shallow breath, and the heat's unbearable, pressing down like a living thing. Do I fight, bust free, hunt them down, turn their betrayal into my revenge, make them pay for every lie they fed me? Or do I stay, let the flames take me, let them win and walk away with their millions, hoping the cops or karma catch their trail someday? I hear Lena's voice one last time, faint and fading as they run, pleading through the haze, I didn't want this, I love you, I'm sorry, and it's a knife twisting in my gut, her words hollow now after everything. Time's ticking, flames lick closer, the ceiling creaks louder, my vision blurs from the smoke. Run or burn? Forgive or destroy? I'm trapped, fam, buried in this wreckage, staring down the end, what's your call? Hit the comments, 'cause I'm out of options, the fire's at my back, their voices echoing in my head, and I need your take to pull me through this living nightmare. Thank you very much for listening to this story to the end, I hope you liked. We work for you, looking for and telling you the most effective stories about women's betrayal, shocking intrigue, interweaving the plot and unexpected reactions of angry men. Save us, put likes, write comments, and, of course, subscribe to the channel to not miss any story.